Hey everybody, Melanie here for Living in the Crazy Lane, and it hit me since everybody is watching our reviews on Universal. I forgot to do a video on SeaWorld and Aquatica. So we're at home, obviously, in our home state, which is north of Florida, obviously. And I am doing our review on SeaWorld and Aquatica and the hotel we stayed at, which is Hilton Garden Inn. So, things I am letting everyone know. I will be honest here. We chose to do SeaWorld basically because my youngest started showing an interest in Winter the Dolphin through watching the movie Dolphin Tale ad nauseum. I mean, he made everybody sick of the movie. Well, we debated where would our money be better spent? SeaWorld or Dolphin, or go see Winter at Clearwater. We debated it for a long period of time. I think we were still debating it when we got to Florida, where we ultimately chose, and we chose this back in February, to do SeaWorld. Now, what we liked about SeaWorld is when we stayed at the resort, we were considered, or not the resort, but the Hilton, we were automatically considered a resort guest. And what that meant was we got signature seating for the shows, we got early entry, we got 10% off dining, which we didn't use because we already had the meal plan, and we had 10% off merchandise, which again, we didn't use it. But we got this. Also, we also had complimentary shuttle service. I'm going to touch on that in a minute. But this was really nice, like for the shows, for Matthew and Aiden. Now, what I liked about SeaWorld was it was very accommodating to families with special needs children. Probably one of the most accommodating. Now, there's a lot more I can put on this, but I will, if you ask, I have no problem telling you. Because they give some discounts to families with differently abled children. So you might want to keep that in mind if you're debating on doing a amusement park. SeaWorld gives you a little bit more than your average park. With that, they also gave us Fast Queue, which is actually on here. You get a complimentary quick queue for one time per ride. However, if you have a disabled child, sometimes that won't work. So what they gave you was kind of like what you're seeing Disney, Universal give you, this piece of paper. And I think the rule was 30 minutes or more, they will give you a comeback time. So, but you can't start like doing a bunch of rides all at once. You can only do one at a time. Use that in conjunction with your quick queue, and you'll have a pretty easy day. Now, on top of that, SeaWorld also, for a fee, you can touch or pet a dolphin. Aiden was in heaven. He loved it. And what I liked was the trainer. I did tell the trainers my sons are autistic. And there was no issue. We got a little extra information. We got a little extra help. And I'll show you the family picture. It's called, we can never get a family picture with the whole family looking at the camera. No, I'm not that lucky. We were lucky that we got a picture of them at least experiencing it. But, all in all, very nice. We loved it. Now, I will be honest here, though. I knew we were going to love SeaWorld. It was a wild card with Aquatica. This one blew me away of how they handled the disability crowd. I mean, seriously, it was amazing how they handled it. First, it's an outdoor water park, and I'm thinking, okay, it's an outdoor water park. The lines are going to move rather quickly. No. So, most people normally get these with the rides that you can get a quick queue on, one time per ride. Well, here's the issue. Matthew and Aiden, we didn't pay for this. However, I went up and I explained my children's disabilities. That lines for key periods of time cannot be done. So the lady, she quickly looked and immediately said, they're already in the system. Here. She gave us, all 4 of us, an Aquatica wristband where we got 1 ride with unlimited rides, which was awesome. And the rest we were able to do. And if the line wasn't that long, I remember key workers would say, are you sure you want to waste your quick queue on this? If I just said my child's autistic, they were very understanding, extremely accommodating, and very helpful, even on getting on the water slides. Very accommodating. They took their time to help my children get on, and where they ended up having an amazing time. Where a lot of things they kept enjoying continuously. Now, on top of that, we also have a review on the Hilton Garden Inn. First, I loved how quaint the hotel was. It was quaint. It was nice. It was a nice way to bring in our vacation. Now, is it big? No, it's not a big hotel. It's very small. Not small as in, it's cozy. It's quaint. It's nice. It's elegant. It's a very nice hotel. The staff was extraordinarily helpful. And what I liked about the Hilton Garden Inn was how close the pool was. That the pool area was not that big, which meant Steve and I could hang out at the side of the pool and not have to become helicopter parents, which was kind of nice. But we also have a few of our drawbacks with the Hilton Garden Inn. One, they had turtle that was just like this dolphin sitting on our bed when we got in. And of course, you can buy the turtle. I didn't buy the darn turtle. I feel my kids should choose their souvenir. The turtle wasn't going to get bought. So I immediately hid it. I'm just saying it out there. I'm putting it out there. A lot of kids will get gimmies or they'll want to take it home with them. And a lot of parents are going to say no and they're going to have a potential tantrum. So that I didn't like. The other thing I didn't like was this. And this was a big thing for me. Transportation was huge. I liked the times the shuttles got there. I liked the fact that we had no wait. I didn't like is this. We did early entry at SeaWorld. Had a wonderful time. And I'm like, okay, you want to go back to the shuttle at around 12 and then come back. That wasn't going to work. And what I mean by it wasn't going to work was the shuttle stopped going back at 1:30. They only pick up. They only drop off at the hotel at that point. They don't pick up and bring back to the park. So I didn't like that because that meant my children couldn't get that break they needed. So that was something that I felt could change for the whole resort. But all in all, would I return to SeaWorld? Absolutely. Was it fun? I'm still looking at the pictures and thinking of how much fun we had. Would I recommend another autism family to go? Absolutely. This is an experience. In short, it was an experience touching a dolphin. That's an experience. My kids couldn't get over seeing sea lions and actually being able to get really close to where they could almost feed them. I didn't trust them with feeding them because the birds were kind of aggressive. But they loved that. They loved the fact that they got to high five a stingray. The stingrays were swimming and they were high five. It kind of like, it felt like they were getting high fived. But what they really liked was the penguin exhibit. The penguin exhibit did them in because the penguins came right up to the window, or you could go into the penguin actual exhibit after the ride ended, and it was like you couldn't reach out and touch them, but you could get pretty close. And for Matthew and Aiden, that was amazing. That was something they couldn't stop getting over. So SeaWorld was an amazing experience, and honestly, I want to go back because I think my kids loved being the engrossed sensory of the park. Matthew totally wants to go on Manta. Aiden is wanting to go on it, but he's too short. And Steve and I want to go back because it was just an amazing experience and a amusement park that was also very educational. Now, to let everyone know, I know there are haters out there. I understand, but I do take my kids out of their comfort zone because that's the only way they're going to grow. And part of it is going to places like amusement parks or restaurants or anything else. So I know some people are like, why would you take your autistic child to an amusement park? Because it's positive stimulation and it's making memories with our family. Plain and simple. Would I recommend SeaWorld, Aquatica, and Hilton Garden Inn to another autism family? Absolutely. I would say absolutely. I would highly recommend all of the above. Honestly, I'm telling Steve, I want to do Discovery Cove next because that looked like it'd be amazing. I have to get going because in a little bit, Matthew and Aiden are going to be home and I then have to take care of the family. So, you guys all have a wonderful day and we'll keep up being crazy. Bye.